That burrito bowl sitting in front of you right now, it might weigh 87% less than the one the person next to you ordered. Same ingredients, same price, wildly different portions. But portion inconsistency is the least of your problems when we're talking about a company that paid the largest criminal fine in food safety history after over 1,100 people got sick from contaminated food. We're talking about sick employees ordered to keep working after vomiting in the restaurant, workers forced to package catering orders while actively ill, and a federal investigation that concluded Chipotle's own food safety failures caused outbreaks across 11 states. So let's expose what Chipotle doesn't want you to know. From E. coli outbreaks to portion scams to union busting, we're covering why that $12 bowl might be the worst deal in fast casual dining. Smash that subscribe button because what we're about to reveal might change where you eat lunch. Problem area. Number 1, the $25 million food safety crisis. Between 2015 and 2018, at least 5 major foodborne illness outbreaks sickened over 1,100 people across multiple states. And here's what makes this particularly disturbing. It wasn't just one contamination incident, it was a pattern. 5 different pathogens spread across 11 states. Outbreaks range from 5 people in Seattle to 647 people in a single Ohio location. Multiple hospitalizations, including half the Boston College basketball team. August 2015, Simi Valley, California. 234 customers and employees contracted norovirus from a sick employee who continued working. December 2015, Boston. 141 people sickened with norovirus. An apprentice manager vomited in the restaurant, was ordered to continue working, then 2 days later packaged a catering order for the Boston College basketball team. Half the team got sick. July 2018, Powell, Ohio. 647 people reported illness from Clostridium perfringens. Health inspectors found critical violations of time and temperature controls for lettuce and beans. The Department of Justice investigation concluded outbreaks stemmed from employees' failure to follow food safety protocols. The kicker? Chipotle agreed to pay $25 million, the largest criminal fine ever in a food safety case. Here's the thing, the DOJ filings specifically blame inadequate staffing and food safety training. Workers reported that managers received advance notice of health inspections and only enforced food safety standards during those periods. Temperature logs? Filled with numbers invented whole cloth. When an apprentice manager vomits in your restaurant and you order them to keep handling food, you're playing gastrointestinal Russian roulette with your customers. $25 million sounds like a lot until you realize Chipotle made $2 billion in revenue in 2021 alone. Problem area number 2, the understaffing crisis behind the outbreaks. So why did those outbreaks keep happening? Because Chipotle has built a business model that relies on chronic understaffing and overwork. Managers working 60 to 90-hour weeks, often closing alone or opening with just 2 people when it takes 5. Workers ordered to falsify time records and send employees home early to meet labor budgets. Cross-contamination frequent because understaffed workers are too rushed to follow hand-washing protocols. Employee reviews consistently cite the same issues. Always understaffed, and managers were left in really unpleasant staffing situations. Worked over 60 hours a week up to 90, closed by myself, open with 2 people. It takes 5. A 2020 labor practices report found that workers skip hand washing requirements except during health inspections. One former employee told investigators that managers would inflate the number of folks on the schedule, literally creating people that didn't exist, to send to corporate for approval. When labor budgets get tight at the end of the month, managers intentionally underschedule workers for the rest of the month to make up the difference. Bottom line, there's a manager bonus system that creates a direct conflict between food safety and profitability. Managers can earn up to 25% above their base pay for cutting costs. When your bonus depends on keeping labor costs down, you cut corners. When workers are forced to choose between following food safety protocols and keeping their jobs, food safety loses every time. Problem area number 3, the great portion. Scam. By spring 2024, customers started noticing something weird. Their Chipotle bowls were getting smaller. What started as Reddit complaints turned into a viral movement that exposed systematic portion skimping across thousands of locations. June 2024, Wells Fargo analyst Zachary Fadem ordered 75 identical burrito bowls from 8 different Chipotle locations in New York City. The result? The heaviest bowl weighed 87% more than the lightest bowl. Same ingredients, same restaurant chain, 87% variance. Food influencer Keith Lee posted a TikTok review in May 2024 slamming Chipotle's chicken portions. That video got 19.4 million views. Former CEO Brian Niccol initially denied any directive to provide less food. But during a July 2024 earnings call, he admitted that 10% of Chipotle's 3,500 restaurants had outlier portion scores and needed retraining. Here's the real kicker. TikTok employees admitted being trained to give online orders smaller portions than in-person orders. One viral video showed a half-empty bowl with the caption, "Gotta do it in person." The Wall Street Journal revealed back in 2015 that employees were specifically trained to scoop smaller portions of expensive ingredients like steak, carnitas, and guacamole. What makes this particularly infuriating is that the CEO suggested customers should use quiet, subtle, nonverbal signals to get bigger portions, basically admitting you have to trick employees into giving you what you're paying for. When your portions vary by 87%, you're not running a restaurant. You're running a lottery where customers gamble on whether they'll get an actual meal or an aluminum gerbil. Problem area number 4, paying 40% more for 87% less. So Chipotle portions are shrinking. Surely prices stayed the same to compensate, right? Wrong. Between 2020 and 2024, Chipotle raised prices multiple times while simultaneously cutting portion sizes. Multiple price increases. June 2021, 4%. December 2021, another 4%. August 2022, over $1 on some entrees. December 2024, 2%. Cumulative increases estimated at 30 to 40% from 2020 to 2024. But here's what they don't tell you. Their third quarter 2024 financial report showed food costs rose less than 1%, but they raised prices 2%. Meanwhile, revenue grew 18% year over year to $2.8 billion. They're not struggling. They're maximizing profit while minimizing portions. The genius of Chipotle's strategy is that each individual price increase sounds reasonable. Just 2%, just 4%. But stack them up and you're paying 40% more than you were 4 years ago for portions that are demonstrably smaller. You're paying $12 for a bowl that weighs 87% less than the one your neighbor got. Costs 40% more than it did in 2020 and may or may not contain food that was stored at proper temperatures. Problem area number 5, the food with integrity illusion. Chipotle has built its entire brand on food with integrity. They market grass-fed beef, local produce, and sustainability like it's their religion. So let's talk about what they're actually serving you. Only black beans and pinto beans are certified organic across all locations. Meat labeled naturally raised, not certified organic because animals aren't fed organic feed. Grass-fed beef claim misleading. Only about 50% actually grass-fed. Chipotle's own website admits that most of their cattle are pasture-raised and receive grain supplementation. Only about 50% is truly grass-fed. Most produce is conventionally grown, not organic. The company claims over 50% of produce is locally sourced when in season. Notice all the qualifiers there. The National Advertising Division recommended Chipotle modify its sustainability claims because their real food print calculator shows average sustainability impact, not your specific order's impact. Here's the thing, food with integrity isn't a certification or a standard. It's proprietary marketing language that means whatever Chipotle wants it to mean. They cherry pick organic beans because beans are cheap, conventional, everything else. When only your beans are certified organic, but your marketing implies everything is responsibly sourced, you're not selling integrity. You're selling the illusion of integrity. And if you think everyone needs to know this, hit the like button. It helps this reach more people who deserve the truth. Problem area number 6, union busting and worker retaliation. Remember that Augusta, Maine location where workers walked out protesting unsafe conditions and understaffing? Those workers decided to unionize, becoming the first Chipotle in the country to file for a union election. Chipotle's response was swift and brutal. Augusta workers filed for union election in late June 2022. Chipotle closed the store permanently on July 19, 2022, hours before the scheduled NLRB hearing. The timeline is damning. Workers walked out June 16th protesting understaffing and unsafe conditions. They filed union cards later that month. Chipotle closed the store July 19th. the same day as the scheduled National Labor Relations Board hearing on their election. Chipotle claimed they closed due to staffing challenges, but workers say that's exactly what they were protesting. The NLRB issued a sweeping complaint in November 2022 seeking to reopen the Augusta store, reinstate employees with back pay, and force Chipotle to recognize and bargain with the union. The most damning part is what this closure signals to every other Chipotle employee considering organizing. If you try to unionize, we'll just close your store. It's called a runaway shop violation under labor law. When workers organize to demand safe working conditions, and your response is to shut down the entire restaurant, you're admitting that your business model requires exploitation. Problem area number 7, nothing's actually fixed. After the 2015 crisis, Chipotle spent $25 million on an enhanced food safety program and promised to be years ahead of the industry. So surely the outbreaks stopped, right? Outbreaks continued in 2017 and 2018. After the enhanced safety program was implemented, July 2017, Sterling, Virginia. More than 130 people contracted norovirus from an ill food handler who worked while symptomatic. This was a year after the enhanced food safety program. July 2018, Powell, Ohio. 647 people reported illness from temperature control failures. This was 2 years after the new protocols. In September 2024, nearly a decade after the original crisis, Seattle had another norovirus outbreak. Here's what makes this particularly concerning. The managerial incentive structure hasn't changed. Managers still get bonuses for cutting costs and maximizing throughput, which still conflicts with food safety. $25 million bought enhanced food safety theater, impressive protocols for inspections and corporate visits, business as usual the rest of the time. When you're still having outbreaks a decade after the crisis, that's not bad luck. That's a business model that prioritizes profit over safety. Chipotle built an empire on the promise of doing things differently. Fresh ingredients, ethical sourcing, food you could feel good about eating. But somewhere between the IPO and the $25 million federal fine, that promise became performance art. We've covered over 1,100 people sickened from a contaminated food, an apprentice manager who vomited in the restaurant, then packaged catering orders, portions that vary by 87%, prices that increase 40%, while quality decrease, and a union-busting closure that's still being fought in federal court. And the most disturbing part, most of these problems are still happening. The Seattle outbreak in September 2024 proves the food safety issues aren't solved. The portion complaints from this year prove the cost cutting continues. So here's what you need to know before you order again. Check recent health inspection scores for any Chipotle location before you visit. Order in person instead of online if you want a shot at full portions. And consider filming your order like everyone else on TikTok. Don't trust a nutrition calculator. Don't assume the ingredients are organic just because the beans are, and definitely don't believe that $25 million fine changed anything fundamental. At the end of the day, vote with your wallet. There are plenty of fast casual chains that haven't sickened over 1,000 people, closed stores to prevent unionization, or turn portion sizes into a viral scandal. Hit subscribe if this changed where you'll eat, and drop a comment telling us your worst Chipotle experience, or if you think we're being unfair. Because the only way this changes is if enough people demand better.